name's Kaylin, and today I'll be making these super cute little pumpkins. Okay, so the color we'll be needing is aqua, or you could just use green. I just don't have as much as green, that's why I'm using aqua, which will work fine. But if you have green, you can use dark green or maybe light green. And for the pumpkin, I'm using orange, but if you want to make a rainbow pumpkin or whatever color you want, you can make it that color. So the first instructions for making the pumpkin is, if you want to make more than one, then you can break some of it apart, so you still have clay to make maybe 2 or maybe even 3. But if you just want to make one, then you can just make one big one or one tiny one or whatever size you want. I'll be doing both instructions, showing how to do 2 of them and how to do 1. First, I'm going to show how to only do 1. I'll set this clay aside. So first, you roll it until it gets pretty round, and if it still has a lot of wrinkles, then that means you still need to roll it a bit longer. But if yours is looking good, then you can fast forward on the video. But if you're not done, then you can pause the video. Okay, now that I'm done, the next instructions is to get a little bit green or aqua. You don't want too much because we're just doing the stem. Oh, and how to make it stand up a little more is to make it flat like this. Like press it against your table or whatever, or what you're using to build on or to sculpt on. Okay, so now that you got the green, roll it like this. But if you think it's too big, then you can make it a bit tinier. And then just put it right on here, and then you have your stem. That means you're mostly done, except for the decorations and stuff. If you want to add a smiley face, then that will be easy. You can use black or whatever color you want to make the smile. And there are different ways to make a smile too. Or if you want to make a sad face or a grumpy face, that would be okay. I'm going to do a smile, which you just roll it a bit. Then put your finger in and then pull it up, and then you have a smile. If you want to use googly eyes, then you can. But I'm probably going to get some googly eyes as soon as I find some. But if you don't have any googly eyes, then you can just use a little bit of white and black. Because, for example, let's just pretend that this orange was a bit of white and this green was black, and then you'd put it on like this, and then you'd get an eye. That would be how you do it. But since I don't have any white, I'm only using googly eyes. They're a bit hard to stick on, so if you're having trouble, then you can just use a little bit of clay and put it on the back right here, so it starts to get a bit more stickier. Then you can stick it on right here. But if you don't want to make a smiley face, then you don't have to. And you don't even have to make a face at all. You can just make a normal pumpkin. And if that's what you want to do, then you can fast forward on the video and go toward making the pumpkin. And you don't have to make the smiley face. Let me see if I can stick this on. Ah, good. Now it sticks on. Now, if you look at this one here, the one I already made, then it would show here, the one I already made, it would show these lines that go on it. So if you want to make that, you can. So the instructions to make that is actually super simple. You roll it like this. You don't want to make it too long. It depends how long your pumpkin is. If it's not too long, then don't make the lines too long. But if you want, you can make them long. Just a recommendation. So that's my first line. But if you don't want to make the line, then you don't have to. It's totally fine. So is the smiley face. The smiley face is optional. So are the lines. But anyways, these are the instructions to making the lines. Okay, now I'm mostly done with my lines. Looks like my pumpkin almost has hair. I might try to put some kind of on the face a little bit, but either way, if you don't want to, you don't have to. And if you don't like putting them on, then you can easily take them off, especially if your clay is dry. You can easily take them off. Those are just the instructions for making the lines, but I'm probably not going to put them on. Those are just the instructions for making that part. Oh, and if you look at this, then you can see, if you look at my old one, you can see there's some ground in it. How to make the ground is actually super simple too. You just get a bit of green or aqua, whatever colors you have. Roll into a bowl with the step for making the pumpkin. And instead of putting on a stem, you just flatten it out. It matters how big your pumpkin is, or how many pumpkins you're going to make. That depends how much land you're going to need to fill with that. Okay, so now I have my pumpkin in the land. So how I'm going to make some other pumpkins is I'm going to use a bit more clay. Flatten it out with the first steps. Flatten the bottom so it's able to stand up. Then put it on the land. And repeat the steps over and over. And that is how many you're going to make. That depends all the steps you're going to do over and over for this. Okay, I'm probably going to make 3 of them, so I already have 2. I'm just going to wait here for 1 or 2 minutes so other kids who are watching these videos have time to make their other pumpkins if they want to. I'm gonna wait about 1 more minute. Okay, now we can keep going. But if you're still working, you can still stop the video, like I said. And now for this next step, it's the same thing for the other pumpkin except a tinier one. You roll it, and then if it's too long, then you can push it like this, then put it on. Then just repeat the steps. Okay, now the pumpkins are done. I hope you like this video. Bye! Okay, here's my finished pumpkin. And if you like this video, then make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of our other videos. Bye!